What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. We've grown so much. For the new subscribers, you're most welcome. For the returning subscribers, feel at home. On today's video, I took a new approach of things. So we're going to discuss nurse wellness, a topic I've not discussed, but it's very dear to me. For context, I am an adult geriatric primary care nurse practitioner. I've been a nurse for over maybe 10 years, just maybe in different roles, but I've been a nurse long enough to speak on this topic. However, I want to put a disclaimer out there that the views and opinions on this video are solely mine and do not reflect the opinions of anybody else or any organization I'm affiliated to. If you or anyone you know is suffering from mental health wellness, kindly seek professional help. But this video might be of use for anyone seeking wellness in their lives. So I had an opportunity to go to a conference in Colorado. What you're seeing now is me starting my journey to Colorado. I live in Long Beach, California, and this particular airport is LBX, Long Beach, California, a pretty small airport that I love very much. As you can see, it's not as congested. It's very fast. You walk in and out. And for some reason, it reminds me of Kisumu International Airport. Don't come for me. It's just the vibes that it gives. It's very small and not as packed. I just love the ambience of Long Beach Airport. So I was traveling from Long Beach and then to Vegas to Colorado. So my stop was, I was going to stop at Vegas and then head to Colorado. I was headed for a conference. Many of you might know it as National Nurse Practitioner Symposium, held yearly at Colorado, precisely Keystone. So I arrived on time for my flight, but what is traveling without glitches and hitches here and there? So this particular day, for some reason, it had happened that Biden was flying to Las Vegas, and for that reason, there were some delays here and there. Just for security reason, we need to keep him safe. So we had a few delays to head to Vegas. So my flight again, I was traveling to Colorado, but I had a stop at Las Vegas. Nonetheless, this did not affect my flight. Either way, it was a smooth flight. I arrived in Colorado safe and sound. So come along with me as we explore this journey of wellness together. So this was one of the conferences that a colleague of mine who stands to be a very good friend of mine introduced me to, and I never really thought I needed to. So the first day we were supposed to go for a retreat, which you're going to see as the video progresses. It wasn't my kind of conference to go to, but I'm very glad. If anything, I'm very glad she did influence me to go to this particular conference because it was mind-blowing. So we got seated from Long Beach to Vegas. It's around 45 minutes thereabout. Very short flight. This is me. I think and then my connection flight didn't take long either. It was like maybe 30 minutes and we were off to Colorado. But this particular airport is in Colorado. So Colorado Airport is beautiful, as you can tell already. It's an international airport, so what that means is it's huge. There's a lot of activities in here. At this time was around 11 p.m. 11 p.m. at night. You can see it's very active and busy. Everyone is outside still. It's an international airport, meaning a huge commute from different countries in and out. I just fell in love with the airport itself. The aesthetics was just beautiful. The shops were still open even at 11 p.m., something you don't see often. So what was surprising for me is that, well, the destination of where we were going took me by surprise. It was 2 hours long. Hey, shock on me. So I thought Keystone was close to the airport, but no, we had like 2 hours drive from the airport to Keystone, which was almost 2 hours at night. We were even lucky to find a cab. We used Uber, and we were lucky to find a very kind Uber guy to drive us for 2 hours that late at night to Keystone. That was the first adventure of our night since we got to Colorado. And yes, if you care to know, we tipped the guy well because, driving for 2 hours for an Uber driver is something, and he agreed to take us to our destination. So here we just took the train to down to baggage claim, and I noticed that Colorado, the mode of transport from one spot to another is through train, which is not uncommon in most airports that I've been to. But the mode of transport from one, maybe from arrivals to baggage claim, is through train, which means one thing, that it's a huge airport. Yes. I'm still getting the hang of me filming in public. Guys, this is not easy. Everyone be looking at you. Everyone be in your business, giving you side eye. Hope you're not filming me. So it's all art all together. So you gotta be strategic not to have your phone on people's faces and stuff like that. Again, if you're like me and I've traveled a lot, yes, I've traveled a lot, I tend to notice that there's always some sort of construction at the airport. I'm like, what are people constructing? There's always some construction going on. Even in LAX, there was some construction. So there's always construction going on, which is a good thing. We're all about improvement. So I just couldn't stop but notice that Denver's airport is also under construction of some sort. But the airport overall was very beautiful. The staff was really helpful. So this was the next day at Keystone where we were leaving. We stayed at a hotel called Hyatt, and this is the view from outside. 2 hours from the city, guys. So this is pretty country, as you can see. I loved the views. You're gonna appreciate the views. Such a beautiful place. It's called Keystone, Colorado. Really gorgeous place. Gorgeous, breathtaking. So this was day one of us being here. Enjoy the ambience as much as I did. Welcome to the wellness video. So without further ado, let's define wellness. What is wellness? By no means am I an expert, but I did my research this time. So wellness is a holistic concept that overall describes the health of a person, and it can be broken down into several dimensions altogether, but it's the overall well-being of a human, just making sure you're all aligned. So this was day one. Wellness is huge in the healthcare profession because we hear a lot of burnout among healthcare professions, especially the nurses. Let's not exclude the doctors too as well. Wellness is very huge. Burnout is rampant. It's a topic I'm tired of listening to or hearing about. But for the most part, mainly because there's not been a solid solution about burnout, but there's burnout in healthcare. So this is what I learned about wellness. Well, I was in Colorado. Guys, ain't the views giving? I got here and for the golf lovers, go to Keystone, Colorado. It's not gonna disappoint. This is Dr. O'Grady, one of the experts in wellness. So let's discuss wellness. We had a very good session with Dr. Grady. She goes by Ela Grady, very well-known professional in her own right on topics wellness. She's actually a wellness coach and has a school on wellness. So if you want to check her out, I'll leave a link down below. describing how you can get a hold of her. So this pretty much was the Keystone cottage that we had the first session at. Very beautiful, typical Colorado architecture for me. It's woody, just beautiful. So how can we make sure that our wellness whole being is aligned, in tuned? How can we make sure we are just okay? First of all, number one, very key, work-life balance is very important. I cannot emphasize the importance of work-life balance. Like I said, burnout is a thing. Learning to balance your work life is very important, and being present and intentional in every way. If you're at work, you're at work. If you're at home, you're at home. Learning to put the D&D on your phones. Learning not to check your emails at night. Very important. I mean, we underestimate that. We get so in tune with our work. We want to go. But it's important to strike a balance between I'm at work now, will work, but when I go home, I'm not touching anything. So this particular cottage, they had like a mini shop where you could buy souvenirs from. You see, they have t-shirts, jackets, but they were pricey. Not my cup of tea. This jacket was going for around $200. The cheapest t-shirts was around $150. It's just not my type of clothing. But I thought you should know the particular cottage is called Keystone Cottage. Very beautiful. And then after the first day, man, guys, I'll let you just enjoy from now. I need not to say more. Well, we took a horse. I don't know how to call it, but you're gonna see. We took a horse. We're in the horse carriages, think something like that. That's how they look. So we were headed for dinner. This dinner was specifically made for us attendees of the symposium of the retreat day one, and the menu was typical cowboy food in the country. It was really, really nice. I had my first time experience in the country, and it was really beautiful. You see the horses, and I was told this particular area, even cars are not allowed to go through. This particular area in Colorado, it's pretty country. They want it like this, just in efforts of making sure their environment is not polluted. Yes, it's not polluted. So this was our day one. I had a magical experience. And guys, keep appreciating the views. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. Point number 2 on how you can revamp your wellness journey is professional development. It's very paramount, guys, to keep, learning never ends, to keep seeking for opportunities to enhance your career, advance your career, professional growth, contributes to satisfaction. When you keep learning, you keep growing. I cannot even explain that. Even as a doctor or a doctorate graduate, you want to keep exploring what's new in your field, because we don't know everything. We learn from everyone, and we learn from the environment. So keep learning new skills will help you reach your wellness, really. So keep that in mind. Keep improving your professional growth. Learn new skills, learn new things that are coming up in your profession. It will serve you a long deal. Point number 3, physical health. It's very underrated, but physical health is important. I hate saying this, but because I myself have so much to learn in regards to physical health. There's a lot of improvement on my end. There's a lot of work to do on my end in terms of physical health. Just learning how to be healthy. When you enhance your health, then you live longer. You get to enjoy what you've always been working hard for. I cannot stress that enough. what we are putting in our bodies. Are we exercising? Very important, especially lifestyle changes. Very important. Like, think about chronic illness as you not being able to accommodate it in your life. Let it pass through your body, but not stay in your body. Something like diabetes. It's a lifestyle wellness that can be, especially type 2 diabetes. Let it pass through, but let it not stay in. You can do this by choosing what you're eating, staying healthy. Same applies to hypertension, being watchful on what you're eating, and also being intentional in exercising. With that said, let's appreciate the views again. It was quite windy on this very day. It was very windy, cloudy. It actually rained during the bonfire, but we are just arriving at the cowboy house. You can already see the smoke there. Oh my gosh, the food was amazing, amazing. And something about me, I'm gonna be in the moment. So I don't think I took the video or pictures of the food itself, but it was typical American food, um, which we enjoyed and I appreciated it. No squalms about it. I really loved that food. It was the best meal I've had in a very hot minute. You see the solar, they also use the solar down here. Point number 4, very dear to me, mental health support. If you or anyone you love is going through mental health challenges, this is a real thing. I cannot emphasize that enough. Mental health is a challenge, and if we might say so, a pandemic on its own self, because it's sort of like a silent killer. Which is often ignored and undertreated, especially Black people. So very importantly, having access to mental health resources such as counseling services, just getting yourself acquainted to stress management skills, peer support, speaking amongst your peers, amongst your coworkers on how they deal with issues, mental health, and burnout. So this was day 2, our keynote speaker. As you can see, her name was Dr. Felicia Bowen. She spoke on issues of diversity, equity, inequality amongst in healthcare in general. This is me just interacting with the speakers of the conference. Amazing experience. I cannot emphasize the importance of networking. And this was day 3 and the last day for me at the conference. I was just getting ready, thinking of how this place has changed my overview of life in itself. Not only as it equipped me with professional knowledge, but also personal skills that I'll use to carry on with me as I proceed with life. Yeah, so this was day 3 at the conference. It was very nice. Overall, the conference was good. There was good food, good networking. I just loved the entire. This was the last day of my time in Keystone, Colorado. Just checking myself out. That was the outfit of the day. This is typically my airport outfit. Very simple. I don't want to be fighting with people at the TSA. I want to walk in and out, and boy did this save me, because wearing shoes, taking them off, putting them on back again is not a thing for me. So I just wore my sandals and I was out and ready to go. So I guess my last question is, if you're a Kenyan nurse watching this, do you guys have conferences, yearly conferences? Please tag me on one. I'd love to be a part of one, if anything, because, you live and learn through everyone else's experience. Conferences are very important for so many reasons: inspiration and motivation. I feel inspired having attended this, career advancement, visibility and recognition of your work. If you're working, you want people to recognize your work. And it goes without saying, another very important key thing is networking opportunities. You get to network with people on your field, learning what they're doing and whatnot.